Hi, Tom Colbert, Buckeye Cable and BCSN, and welcome into another edition of Sports Flash. But this isn't just another edition of Sports Flash. We've got the Northview band back together. We've got 5 star players from Northview basketball that, oh, by the way, just happened to be playing in the Mid-American Conference. Highly unusual that would happen at a local high school. We're going to have the ladies introduce themselves. We'll start. I've got seniors to my left, sophomores to my right, so we'll give the seniors the nod to start, young lady.
Miriam Justinger. I go to Bowling Green State University, senior, guard/forward.
I'm Jessica Jessing. I go to Western Michigan University. I'm a senior and I'm a forward.
Hi, I'm Maddie Cole. I go to Bowling Green State University. I'm a freshman. I'm a forward.
And Maddie told me before this started, don't block my shot. I'm trying not to block your shot, Maddie. I need to lose like 100 pounds, but I'm trying not to block your shot. Yes, young lady.
I'm Kendall McCoy. I go to Miami University. I'm a freshman and I play guard.
Okay, young lady.
I'm Kendall Jessing and I'm a freshman forward at Ohio University.
All right, gals, let me get right to the heart of the matter here. You know, you all had sensational careers here at Northview. It's kind of ironic that we're back here in this gym where, you know, you had so many great memories and so many great times. It's also interesting to me that you're all playing D1 basketball. I mean, it's just highly unusual. So I've got to ask, biggest transitional change from high school being a star to playing at, you know, top level in the Mid-American Conference, how big of a change was that for you?
It was a big change, just knowing that everybody on your team, everyone in the conference was, you know, the star from their high school. Everyone's the same level as you or higher. And getting to know everybody, how, you know, you have to transition, all new team, all new players. You got to know how everyone plays together. And then when you're up against other people, it's just everyone's there for the same reason that you are. So that was the biggest transition for me.
Young lady, same?
Same thing in time management with a lot more schoolwork and social life and whatnot. So same thing though.
Well, I had the seniors and they're wise and they're very, very successful. Now, we're going to go to the freshman start. I know what that's like. I went to college and played sports and, you know, you showed up and you thought, hey, I'm going to be okay on this team. And you show up and suddenly you start watching other people play and you go, well, you know, maybe it's going to be a little different. Maddie, was that a similar experience for you when you showed up on the court and you go, oh, wait a minute, these people are all good?
Oh, yeah. The biggest change for me was just the speed of the game. It was really fast. And then also learning a whole new system. At Bowling Green, we do pick and rolls,
yes.
And in high school, we didn't really incorporate that in our offense. So I think that was the biggest change for me.
Maddie brings that's a great segue because people don't really think about that. When you play a sport, they just think, well, you just pick up the plays and that's what you do. But every coach has a different system. Every coach has a different philosophy, the way they want you to play defense, the way they want you to play offense, and how you adjust, how you assimilate in, how you pick it up has a lot to do with being successful. And have you had those experiences like trying to adjust?
Yeah, I mean, especially like going in as a freshman, it's just like a really big adjustment and just finding like your role on the team and how you fit in with everyone and, you know, knowing what your coach expects from you and kind of what you expect from yourself. So, I mean, it's always a big adjustment and I'm sure, you know, we went through the same thing that they did. And it's been a really cool experience, but just that big adjustment is just, you know, big for everyone.
Young lady, that's a very salient statement, finding your role, you know, and not only finding it, but accepting it, because your role in high school could be very different than what your role is, you know, in college. In high school, you know, you were all stars, and I'm sure at times coaches said, hey, get the ball to and you do something with it. In college, it's a little bit different. So how about your role, young lady? What role are you doing right now?
Well, right now I'm on a team that works really, really hard, so I'm not necessarily as big of a player on the court. So my role, I'd say, is more being an encourager off the court, and I think that's fine. I mean, I take that role seriously, and I know when I do get the time to play, it's because I've worked hard for it in practice. And I think that's what college has a lot to do, and you can learn from that because you have to work hard for what you get.
You know, that's such a great statement. The kids on BCSN that watch you ladies, and you were all stars on our network. You're all, you know, doing great at D1. But I think sometimes kids misinterpret. They think they see you doing it, and they think it's easy, and you're just going to be a star, and it's just going to happen. And I bet if we broke down the hours and the work that you ladies put in, it's not easy. It's not luck. It's basic stick-to-itiveness and hard work. And I thought it was so cool. You say that, okay, you're not maybe getting the playing time that you want right now, but you're willing to accept that role, and you know that it's going to come later.
I think so. So I don't know. I just know I got to keep working, and everything that I get is from the hard work that I put in.
Yeah. Well, that's a great lesson to young kids. Okay, since we're in the gym that holds such great memories for you ladies, give me. There's one thing we'll do. Give me. If there's one memory that each one of you have, and it could be a shared memory, okay? If there's one memory that each one of you ladies have, that's something that you'll just never forget about Northview basketball, young lady, what would that be? A particular game? A matchup? Somebody you played against?
Well, Northview Southview games were always fun, but probably coming back here, cutting down the nets my senior year, and obviously playing with the group that I had. Always had really fun time on and off the court. So I don't know. All the games are always good competition and whatnot, but lifelong friends is probably the best memories.
Very well said. Young lady, how about for you?
I'm going to go to the Eastern Ohio basketball camp that we did.
What was so great about that basketball camp?
Well, we were in the middle.
The young lady shaking her head here. This could be a whole nother show on this camp, I think, possibly.
Well, we were in the middle of nowhere to start off.
Okay.
And you guys were there, right? Okay. Well, I was with Miriam. And
okay.
I just think everything off the court that happened, like we were so close, the whole team.
Right.
And it made the experience on the court 10 times better. And
we got sunburnt from playing because it was all outside.
We almost got ran over by a bus. We were living in a barn. That's where our, I guess you say living would be. And it was hilarious. It was a great experience.
Good team bonding.
Yeah.
Ladies, it sounds like a BCSN reality show that we should check into quite possibly. I think we could do something with that. All right. Now, the memories should be pretty fresh for you ladies, right? Okay, so give me a memory, Maddie.
My senior year, we went to Florida to play during Christmas, and I think that was my best memory, just being able to hang out with the team. Yep. We went to the beach. We played against great competition down in Florida, so that's my best memory.
Well, I have two. So the first one would be scoring my 1,000th point. That was really special, but they'll remember this. When we were at the Kent State team camp, and we were playing on these rubber courts, and the ball went loose on the ground. And I dove on the ground, but the ball kept rolling away, so I crawled 15 feet to go get the ball. And slow motion, yeah. And I didn't even get close to the ball. I literally just crawled. I'm telling you, 15 feet on the ground, and everyone's sitting on the bench what are you doing? So that was.
Is there video available that we can put on BCSN?
I don't think so. No, I hope not.
Young lady.
Oh, so we spent hours in here practicing, and last year one practice, Kendall and Maddie were going one-on-one.
One-on-one?
Yeah, so we'd had a tough practice that time. It was a lot of work, so she expected us to go really hard, and I kid you not, these two were moving in slow motion. It was we all almost peed our pants because they were moving so slow, and they thought they were going so hard, but it was just funny times.
All right, ladies, on the way out, you've all been so successful. And I think a commonality of, it's interesting to me, you talk about friendships, because I think that's what athletics is. I mean, I can't remember any games I played in. I got hit in the head a lot, so maybe that's part of it. But I don't remember the games. I don't remember the scores. I don't remember any of that kind of stuff. But what I do remember are the friendships, the lessons I learned from my coaches. And it sounds like a cliche when you say it. People said, well, people. That's really what it is. It's the lessons you've learned and the friendships that you made, and there'll be friends that you've made for the rest of your life, which is really cool. So on the way out, the young kids that watch the show, the young ladies that want to be you, they want to sit on these stools and be interviewed. And what advice would you give a young lady, say she's in grade school, and she wants to accomplish what all of you have done? What would you tell her?
Always work hard, but never take it too serious. Got to remember to have fun, because if it's not fun, it's not worth doing. So make sure you're working hard always, but always have fun too.
Very cool.
I would say always push yourself. It's never going to be easy. It's basically a job when you get to our level of
Different
play.
than high school.
Yes, definitely. So always work hard, and like Miriam said, have fun, because that's half of it.
Very cool. Maddie?
I would say to do the little things. For example, get in after practice, get some shots up, go work out. and just push yourself when you're in practice to your best. So
Very good. Well said.
I would say don't take anything for granted, and just take what opportunities are given to you, and just work hard, like they all said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big part of how I think we all became as players is hard work. And that can just get you through so much.
Yeah, there's no luck involved.
Same, like hard work, definitely. And there's going to be people out there who say you can't do it, but you have to make sure that you tell yourself that you can, because it can take you wherever.
That's really, you ladies are so smart. There's so many can't people out there. It drives me nuts. You know, they're out there. They're all, the minute you say you're going to do, the can't people jump on you right away. It's like, well, you can't do that. And if you listen to it, then you won't, you know. So ladies, on behalf of Buckeye Cable and BCSN, you know, we're so proud of you and what you've accomplished and what you stand for. You know, you've gotten great grades. You've been positive in your community. You've done the right thing. I don't care what anybody says. Kids need role models today, and they're always going to look to athletes. And they should say, "Oh, it should be your mom and dad." Yeah, it should be. And I know mom and dad are, you know, you wouldn't, you know, they're wonderful, but they're going to look to athletes. And you've given great images for them to see and great images for them to model. On behalf of Buckeye Cable and BCSN, we congratulate all of you. Thanks so much for being with us, ladies. Okay. Tom Coley, coach for Buckeye Cable and BCSN.